Welcome to New Fast Food. Today, I'm so excited. We're going to be talking about a slew of new items currently being tested by Dunkin. I've also got an update for you on the big Cheez-It tostada that Taco Bell's testing. And we'll talk about leaked items coming soon nationwide over at Burger King and Little Caesars. I've also got a rumor of when you might expect Panda Express's plant-based Beyond the Original Orange Chicken to debut nationwide. Before we get started, I do want to say thank you to everyone who supports my channel simply by watching my videos. If you're new to the channel and you're at all into fast food news, leaks, or rumors, help grow my channel. You can do that by hitting the subscribe button, hitting the like button, leaving me a comment, or simply by watching this video all the way through to the end. Every little bit helps and every little bit is appreciated. Thank you all so much. Now, let's get started with those test items, first over at Dunkin. It appears that Dunkin has at least 4 separate tests going on in multiple test markets right now. The first one I want to talk about is the Mochi Donut. Yes, Mochi Donuts from Dunkin. That's incredible. These, again, are just in the test market phase right now. You can find them in both Nashville, Tennessee and Macon, Georgia. Mochi donuts are very trendy right now, at least where I live. We're starting to see mochi donut shops open everywhere. If you're not familiar, a mochi donut is just a donut, but it's made with mochi rice flour. That makes mochi donuts quite a bit chewier than a regular donut is, and that's the real difference. They typically come in this, like teething ring shape, which is a nice way of identifying them. Like other donut types have their own shapes as well. This is the shape of a mochi donut. At first, you might mistake it for those pull-apart donuts that McDonald's had for a while. They're not that. They're not anywhere close to that. Those were meant to mimic more of a donut hole type experience. Those weren't influenced at all by mochi donuts. Anyway, I'm so happy to see Dunkin testing this out. It does look like currently their mochi donuts are only available in the classic glazed variety. That is a little bit disappointing because, at least around me, mochi donuts are known for having really extravagant toppings. And Dunkin is no stranger to extravagant toppings. It's a little disappointing for them to just roll out the glazed mochi donut as part of this test. And because it's only available in glazed, at first glance, it kind of is a little bit off-putting to me. Almost like because it isn't some unusual flavor that it won't taste like a mochi donut. But after looking more into it, I am confident that Dunkin's version will indeed taste and have that texture of a mochi donut. Dunkin is a global brand, and in several other countries, Dunkin sells mochi donuts just as part of their regular menu. So knowing that, I do think Dunkin's mochi donuts will deliver. And think about this. If this is the same recipe that Dunkin uses for mochi donuts in other countries, Asian countries specifically, would that make Dunkin Donuts more authentic than the trendy mochi donut shops that are popping up everywhere? I say yes. I'm excited. Again, mochi donuts are testing in Nashville, Tennessee and Macon, Georgia. Like I said, Dunkin has several more tests ongoing right now. They're also testing these breakfast tacos. The test markets for these are parts of Arizona, Maine, and New Hampshire. I really like the style of breakfast taco that they've gone with here. If you've never been to the southwestern region of America, you might not be familiar with how popular breakfast tacos are down there. It's definitely something you don't see nearly as much in other parts of the U.S. I'm happy to see that Dunkin has put a Southwest style on their breakfast tacos. They look great. Now, from the picture, it looks like there's 2 different varieties, but in reality, those are both the same, just one has bacon added onto it. That base taco consists of scrambled eggs, fire-roasted corn, white cheddar cheese, green onions, cilantro, spices, and lime crema. This, just like the mochi donut, looks great. This is something that I would love to try. They're available, like I said, now in parts of Arizona, New Hampshire, and Maine. Dunkin is also testing these cool-looking layered drinks. There's 3 versions, as you can see, and just from the names of each of them, it is hard to figure out exactly what they are. But here's sort of a rundown for you. They've all got this strawberry fruit foam on top. That's the top layer on each of them. Then the layered Dunkin' lemonade refresher has lemonade in the middle and whatever refresher flavor you want on the bottom. Then this middle one, the layered Dunkin' refresher, has green tea in the middle and, again, whatever refresher flavor you want on the bottom. Then that third one, the lemonade with strawberry fruit foam, is just that, just the fruit foam on top of the lemonade. These look fantastic. I love layered drinks. I'm not sure I've ever had a non-alcoholic layered drink that wasn't like a Slurpee type thing. I'd be curious to know how they get the layers to separate. Are they adding something to the refresher to make it heavier? I'd love to know. I'm not a big fan of strawberry flavored stuff, so that wouldn't have been my first choice as far as the foam flavors go. But it sounds unique and it looks great. I'd be willing to try it. These are available right now in McKinney, Texas, and also parts of New Hampshire. Finally, in yet a fourth set of test markets, Dunkin' is testing a different set of layered drinks. These ones aren't quite as unique or appealing in my opinion. There's the strawberries and cream layered iced latte and the strawberry layered lemonade. These drinks don't have the strawberry fruit foam, and there's no secret on how these ones are layered. The bottom layer is a thick layer of strawberry puree, which, of course, is thicker than the lemonade and the coffee. Neither one of these really appeal to me, especially that latte one. I'm not a coffee drinker to begin with, so maybe that's not fair, but that looks and sounds quite bad in my opinion. These both are testing in parts of Virginia as well as Boca Raton, Florida. Wow, the sheer volume of things being tested over at Dunkin' is really exciting. Next, I want to move on to Taco Bell. I want to give you an update on Taco Bell's Cheez-It test items. The Big Cheez-It Crunch Wrap and the Big Cheez-It Tostada. These were announced a couple weeks back while I was on vacation, so I didn't get a chance to cover them, but they're basically a giant Cheez-It 16 times the size of one normal Cheez-It, used in place of a tostada shell for either a Crunch Wrap Supreme or a tostada. Actually, a lot of outlets are reporting on those two items, but there's actually sort of a third secret item. That one's called the Cheez-It in Dip, and it's just the giant Cheez-It cracker and nacho cheese for $1.99. If I were going to be trying these, I'd actually order all three. They're all, I think, different enough to where I'd want to try all of them. It doesn't even matter anymore, though, because the big update is that Taco Bell has already sold out of Big Cheez-Its in just about a week. Stay calm, though, because this was just a very small test. They were only testing these at one location in Irvine, California, and it was only planned to be a 2-week test run anyways. I gotta say, this sounds more like a PR test than an actual product test. A lot of people think when fast food restaurants test items, they're just testing the popularity. And they are testing the popularity, but they're also testing a lot of logistical stuff too. Like, at what point does a store need to reorder ingredients? How easy is it to make during a lunch rush? And they'd also want to see how popular it is over time. Like, 2 weeks might measure the initial pop, but a true test will want to see how sales go over a whole month or longer. Anyways, this seems like Taco Bell was just throwing this out there for a 2-week test to see how much buzz it would generate. And I'd say it's a smart move. Cheez-It, while it's a beloved snack, I love Cheez-Its, they're not really what I would describe as trendy. But now, Taco Bell has found that it's popular enough to generate a lot of excitement. These things are being talked about a ton online. And by making the test only 2 weeks, Taco Bell is able to reap that initial pop from its release, as well as now this second round of articles that are going around saying that it sold out in only a week, even though it was only planned to test for 2 weeks anyways. Pure genius coming out of Taco Bell's marketing team, if you ask me. Will it eventually go nationwide? Here's the official statement from Taco Bell. It says, even though we can't guarantee that any specific test item will roll out nationwide, at Taco Bell, we never say never. Now, as with any PR statement, the way it's phrased is very important. This one, I'd say, is phrased in a way that suggests that this will eventually come nationwide. Specifically, the even though phrase seems to stand out to me. A more typical way to make that statement would be just to say something like, at this time we can't guarantee that it's going to come nationwide, something like that. When you start a sentence with even though, that's usually quite telling. Even though we can't guarantee they're coming nationwide, they're coming nationwide. What do you think? Would you buy these if they did come out nationwide? I know, I totally would. Alright, with the test items out of the way, let's move on to some new product leaks that I have to share. This first one is over at Burger King. It's a new freeze flavor that will soon be replacing the strawberry lemonade. And it's green what the Fanta. This is scheduled to soft launch on July 18th and then officially launch nationwide on July 21st. This sort of mystery Fanta flavor thing is supposedly very popular in the rest of the world. This is the first year that we're getting them here in the United States. I believe this green freeze flavor that Burger King is getting is the same flavor that's already available at certain gas stations around the country. It'll be interesting to see if this catches on here in the States. I'm not so sure that I'm excited for it. Personally, given the option of strawberry lemonade or a green mystery flavor, I'd rather take the strawberry lemonade. And honestly, it kind of comes down to the color for me. I think mystery flavors should all be white. I would get this if it were white. When I see this as being a green drink, my mind already has a preconceived notion of what it should taste like. What do you think? Are you excited for this? Would you be more inclined to try it if it were colored white? Let me know. The mystery green frozen what the Fanta releases nationwide on July 21st, with some Burger Kings offering it as early as July 18th. Alright, I've got another leaked item to share with you. This one I'm actually really excited for. It's a new pizza releasing over at Little Caesars on August 1st. Check this out. They test marketed this last year as the Pepperoni Palooza. Now it's coming out nationwide and they've changed the name. It's now called the Old World Fanceroni Pepperoni. It's basically a pepperoni pizza with a couple of things that make it unique. First, instead of Little Caesars' normal pepperonis, which are sliced thinner than Mickey Mouse slices bread, this has those little mini pepperonis that curl up into cups when they're cooked. That's a huge upgrade if you ask me. I love those little mini pepperoni cups. Little Caesars is claiming that this pizza will have over 100 mini pepperonis on top. Alright, so that would already be exciting, but the other thing that makes this pizza unique is that the toppings will go all the way to the edge. That's the way I like my pizzas. No crust, just eat the whole thing all the way down, toppings all the way to the edge. I already know I'm going to love this thing. First off, I love Little Caesars. I love pepperoni. I love the tiny pepperonis. I love that the toppings go all the way to the edge. This pizza seems like it's directly targeted at me. The only thing that's not to love here is the price. The Old World Fanceroni Pepperoni is going to be $10 when it comes out. That's sort of a jaw-dropping price when you consider that a normal pepperoni pizza is only $5.55. Honestly though, if this pizza is as good as it sounds, I'm not going to care. I'll gladly pay the $10 a pop until this promotion is over, especially if I end up liking it more than the extra most bestest pepperoni. That one's already, I think, over $8 in my area, so I can justify the extra buck something for the baby pepperonis. The Old World Fanceroni Pepperoni Pizza is coming to Little Caesars nationwide on August 1st, and it'll be hot and ready between 4 and 8 p.m. Alright, with the test items and now the leaked items out of the way, let's talk about a rumor that I'm hearing. This one is surrounding Panda Express and their Beyond the Original Orange Chicken. That's basically their plant-based orange chicken. This one's been test marketed a couple of times. The last time it was marketed as a nationwide rollout, but it was rolled out nationwide in only 70 stores. Panda Express has nearly 3,000 stores, so that's still more of a test in my opinion. However, I'm hearing a rumor that the Beyond the Original Orange Chicken will be coming nationwide to all Panda Express locations sometime this quarter. So between now and the end of September, the plant-based orange chicken will be available at all Panda Express locations. This is great news. I've been wanting to try this. I love me some plant-based fast food, and orange chicken sounds like a good fit. I'll reiterate that this is a rumor at this time. All we can do is cross our fingers and hope it's true. I'm Fast Food Bryan, and hey, thanks for watching. Subscribe to keep on rocking, thumbs up to help my cause, and leave a comment in the section down below. Right now, you can watch some more videos.